My husband won't consider being sterilized, he wants me to do it instead. Is this fair? Me 32F and my other half 37M just had a baby this week. We've been together for 11 years now and this baby is our second child. In fairness, I'm medically incapable of having more children, to term. I can physically get pregnant but I can't give birth again. We decided that we were okay with 2 kids and that this would be our last. My doctor asked me a few weeks ago whether I wanted to be sterilized as they'd be opening me up anyway during a C-section. My husband and I talked this over and he said that it was a good idea. I was hesitant but I think just for practical reasons sterilization was for the best. I agreed, and we signed off on sterilization. However, due to the previously mentioned medical issue, I started bleeding at 37 weeks and my baby had to be born on an emergency basis. During an emergency C-section, they do not perform sterilization as it's done for life-saving reasons. The doctors made it clear to me afterwards that I would need to essentially triple up on contraceptive measures until I could get the surgery done, which may be a very long wait. Sterilization during C-section is quite a lot better at preventing pregnancies, as the one where you get just the sterilization surgery alone is keyhole surgery. It has higher rates of ectopic pregnancy. The thought hadn't crossed my mind, but my husband's grandmother was visiting and she said, "Op has given you 2 children, she's had major surgery for you twice now, why don't you get the sterilization surgery?" The midwife was present during this and spoke about how much faster it could be done for men than women and how I'd had quite invasive surgeries and another, even if minor surgery, I would be looking at a much longer recovery time than most. In total, I've had major surgery on my abdomen area 6 times throughout my life. My husband said there's no way he's having sterilization surgery. He didn't even want to discuss it. However, he still wanted to discuss me having the surgery, and still wanted me to have the surgery. He kept saying that it's different for a man. I feel like he's not being fair, especially when I've had to be cut open twice already for our kids. I spend the pregnancies with hyperemesis gravidarum, so 9 months of dehydration caused by being unable to go 30 minutes without vomiting. I don't understand why he won't even talk about it, but I'm also worried that he doesn't want to do it because he wants to have a fallback card in his pocket in case we separate, so that he can have kids with another woman. I don't know whether I'm being inconsiderate since technically, it is me who shouldn't get pregnant, not him. Part of me wishes that we could go through this together though. I'm really confused by this. Update. My husband wanted me to get sterilized when I've had major abdominal surgery many times and then refused to discuss him getting sterilized instead of me. 2 of the surgeries were to give birth to our kids. As I said in the previous post that we just had a baby, it's been just under 2 weeks since my baby was born and I'm not feeling enthused about my relationship with my husband anymore. Aside from the previous issue of my husband being seemingly unreasonable about which one of us should get sterilization surgery, a number of issues have popped up since then. He's become completely inconsiderate towards me, he's also not paying attention at all and then gaslighting me. He agreed to talk about sterilization again, but when the time came he again refused to talk about it. My mobility is low while recovering from surgery, forget walking, just standing up is difficult, my iron count is low from the blood loss, so I'm very dizzy. But my husband wants me to move fast. He keeps insisting that whatever we do, it has to be done with a focus on him getting the most sleep. We can't do what's best for the baby. He expects a newborn not to interfere with his schedule. We've had some need for home improvements over the last week and I've been the one who has to do all the project planning and then do all the DIY work for it. I honestly want to end the relationship. I may get stuck living with him as the only place that he would go to is his grandma's, but she has someone else staying with her right now. I don't know if I'm being emotional because of the baby, I've had the baby blues all day every day now for the past few days. I don't know if leaving him is the right decision, but it's very difficult for me to smile my way through this. I moved to his hometown, I have 0 friends here and nowhere to go. I don't think I can fix this, he has threatened me with all kinds if I don't improve the relationship in the way that he wants. If I stayed with him, I would not just have to overlook his current behaviors, but I would also have to put double the effort in to save the relationship in the long run. I don't have that in me.